He was called the Czar of the Great Lakes, and for good reason. Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we're heading over to the Cleveland area to uncover a magnificent Beaux Arts palace. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. In 1865, Harry Coulby was born in the village of Claypole, England, and he grew up in a family of farmers. He was an avid reader as a boy and became fascinated by the distant Great Lakes of North America, dreaming of one day sailing those vast inland seas. At 19 years old, he left England and arrived in New York City with little money but a head full of ambition. The young Coulby's journey to pursue his dreams was nothing short of epic. Lacking funds for travel, he walked more than 600 miles from New York to Cleveland, Ohio, picking up odd jobs along the way to feed himself. Once in Cleveland, Coulby wasted no time getting his foot in the door of the maritime industry. He initially applied to work as a deckhand on a Great Lakes freighter, but being inexperienced, he was turned away. Undeterred, he took a labor job pushing wheelbarrows for a construction company and enrolled in night school to learn new skills like typing and shorthand. This persistence paid off, and in 1886, at just 21 years old, Harry landed a position as a stenographer with Pickens, Mather & Company, a prominent Cleveland-based shipping and iron ore company. It was a modest start, taking dictation and handling correspondence, but he excelled and quickly rose through the ranks of the firm. By 1900, his hard work was rewarded when he was made a partner in Pickens Mather. In the years that followed, he played a pivotal role in expanding the company's fleet, overseeing the construction of new steel-hulled freighters and phasing out older wooden ships. His savvy management and innovations in ship design were so effective that in 1905, his ideas set a new standard for the Great Lakes freighters, a design that would remain the norm for over 6 decades. In 1903, Harry's growing reputation in the industry led to his appointment as president of the Pittsburgh Steamship Company, the Great Lakes shipping division of U.S. Steel. Now at the helm of the largest Great Lakes fleet in the nation, Coulby earned a reputation as a shrewd and hands-on leader. It was during this era that people began calling him the Czar of the Great Lakes, a nod to the iron-fisted command and expertise he wielded over Great Lakes shipping. Harry didn't stop there. By 1913, he had founded his own enterprise, the Interlake Steamship Company, and boldly merged it with the fleets he had long managed. In tribute to his influence, a 631-foot, 16,000-ton freighter was commissioned in 1927 and proudly named the SS Harry Coulby. Having risen from a farm boy to one of the world's forefront shipping magnates, Harry Coulby was now a very wealthy man, and he had grand plans for how to enjoy the fruits of his labor. By the early 1910s, Harry Coulby was ready to live in a style befitting his success. He set about constructing a grand country estate in Wickliffe, Ohio, a haven then known for its millionaire mansions. Coulby named his mansion Coulallenby, a creative blending of his surname and the maiden name of his wife, Mary Allen. Construction began in 1911, and by 1913, this palatial home was complete. The finished Coulallenby mansion was a sight to behold. Its exterior was clad in gleaming white terracotta, reportedly imported from Italy, which gave it the aura of a European palace in the Ohio countryside. The home boasted 2 grand entrances, one facing the long driveway and another at the rear, so that guests could approach from either side. The grand staircase, ascending above checkered marble floors, gracefully turned at its landing below a Tiffany stained glass skylight, which bathed the foyer in a sea of Technicolor refractions. Many of the rooms featured rich wood paneling, including the library, which boasted imported carved oak panels from Bohemia to complement the glass-paned bookcases. In understated elegance, the dining room was clad in painted wall panels and paired with hand stenciling and intricate plasterwork. Though it could be argued that the elliptical breakfast room required an even greater level of craftsmanship with curving wall panels, French doors, and a continuous plaster cornice following the upper perimeter with perfect repetition. Even the smallest of rooms were given the greatest of details, making up in design what they lacked in size. Upstairs, we continue down the gallery, which is directly above the entrance where we first step foot in the mansion. Up here, we'll find Mr. and Mrs. Coulby's suite, where fitting for the time, they each kept separate beds in the same room. Their suite included his and hers boudoirs, and though no guest would have ever stepped foot in these rooms, they were designed without restraint for budget. The sprawling mansion carries on, with many more grand parlors and several bedrooms, each exuding luxurious finishes. By the mid-1910s, Harry had effectively retired from day-to-day company management, turning his attention to civic affairs and enjoying his estate. In 1916, the village of Wickliffe was newly incorporated, and the residents chose none other than Harry Coulby as the first mayor of the town. In January 1929, while visiting London, Harry passed away at the age of 64. With his passing, the future of Coulallenby took an unexpected turn. Just a few months afterwards, in mid-1929, the mansion and its vast grounds were sold to the Sisters of Holy Humility of Mary, a Catholic religious order to be used as an all-girls school. In 1954, the city of Wickliffe purchased Coulallenby along with its 54-acre grounds to serve as the new city hall and public park. The acquisition was a point of pride for the community. Residents even attended a special dedication ceremony in 1954 to celebrate their fancy new city hall and the former Coulby mansion. The mansion was carefully adapted to its civic role. The grand living room became the city council chambers, complete with the original carved cabinets and Palladian windows overlooking the garden. Harry's old library, with its cozy fireplace and wood paneling, was repurposed as the mayor's office, a fitting tribute given Coulby himself once held that title. Over time, the city made sure to maintain the estate's historic charm. Even the gatehouse was put to use as the headquarters for the Wickliffe Police Department. Today, the Coulallenby mansion still stands proudly, serving as an active city hall as well as a living museum of Wickliffe's past. And with that, I'll turn it over to you. Which part of this mansion did you like the most? Let me know down below in the comments section. And while you're there, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an exciting episode of This House.